Hello, everybody. Heavy Hammer Bushcraft. Gonna do something a little different this week. Um, we got 11 and a half inches of rain here last week, so any kind of camping, anything like that, we're gonna do is kind of going to be put on hold for a bit. So, but I figured since 11 and a half inches of rain makes the grass grow like crazy and other things, I got some stuff here in my yard. This stuff here, first of all, that I usually like to harvest this time of the year. Um, 100% wonderfully renewable stuff. This is onion grass. This kind of comes into harvesting and foraging and harvesting, stuff while you're in the bush. Because if you recognize this stuff, well, you've got at least seasonings for your food. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, right? But I just got some very simple implements out here, and I never take all of any particular plant, and I never cut it all the way down to the root, unless I'm harvesting the roots. But the one problem with doing these is sometimes you get a bunch of regular grass that gets mixed in. What I like to do, put this stuff in a bag, I'll bring it in the house, and later on today, when I get some time, I will take these and sort them out, clean them up. Obviously, whatever I miss out here, and put them in the dehydrator. Let them dehydrate for a while. So, and you can always tell onion grass. It smells like kind of a cross between garlic and onion. Taste it. Got that same flavor. Good too. Um, this stuff, once you dehydrate it, man, it makes a heck of a seasoning for meats, vegetables, anything where you would use, onion or garlic. Either one, both, it makes a heck of a seasoning for it. And I like to harvest up a bunch of it because I use this stuff all the time and I use it throughout the year. Now, in the winter, it doesn't really grow as much. Luckily, we have a very long growing season down here. So, it does grow quite a bit here and rather prolifically in my yard, apparently. So, I'm not really ever too worried about harvesting it. And if you wanted to, you can dig down and get to the roots of it. So you can find a couple of good heavy stalks here. There's a couple right over here. Now, I'm not using anything fancy. Buck 119. Not my preferred knife for much of anything really, but it does really work well for this stuff. And it's kind of always a bonus to have a knife that's a good knife, but you're not afraid to beat up a little bit. Some people would probably shoot me for saying that about a Buck 119, but now you can dig down in here and you find, I kind of nicked that one. They got these bulbs on them. Huh? Looks like a green onion bulb. And you can harvest those and grow your own, or you can just dry these right up with it, grind them up in a spice grinder, and have you some wonderful, wonderful oniony, garlicky seasoning. Put on your meat, your potatoes, pretty much anything where you would use onions or garlic. Now, some people, you see them, will just dive right in, pull these right out of the ground. Well, here in the southeast, my ground is mostly clay. So that's not really so much of an option. You can see I dug quite a ways around that. You see there's a good chunk of soil on there, and I still nicked the edges of the bulbs. But don't worry, it doesn't hurt them. You just gotta get the clay off of them, sort them out. And if you wanted to, you can just take these just like this mangled bunch of clay and garlicky, oniony goodness. Save yourself the work out here in the field. Toss it in your bag. Bring it inside. Wash it off under a sink. Makes life a whole lot easier. But it's not the only thing I'm out here gathering, because I got a couple of things here in the yard that I'd like to pick up, and I'm going to show you them too. I'm going to have to Come over here just a little bit. I'll be back for more onions. Oh, ground is so far away. Now right here, you notice I'm not going real far. Like this is sitting right on my back step, okay? And literally just sitting on my back step right here. I mean, everybody knows what that is. The urban landscaper, this thing is the worst bane of your existence, I guess. However, it's surprisingly medicinal. And if you can catch them before they flower, the greens are actually really good. Boil them up, a little bit of vinegar, salt on them, man, they're great. But I have not caught these before they flowered. Clearly, not at all. But what you can do is you can still harvest them. Dig down to where they're growing. Dig down to their base. What you want is this makes a really good tea. It's really, really good for you. You want to get in down here, get your knife back out. Cut you a big old plug around that. Dang, it is still soaking wet down there. These are under some patio blocks, so ain't really going to get a whole lot of good. But you want the root structures. You can dehydrate the roots, make tea out of it, and it is stupid good for you. Like just ridiculously good for you. It's good heart health, it's good digestion, helps you lose weight. It's, you know, it's fantastic. Now another one, I've just really started messing with this one. I haven't done a whole lot with it. And some people are probably far more knowledgeable about this than I am as to what parts of the plants are actually usable. However, up a little bit so it's easier to see. Curlydock, also a good medicinal. I'm not here to tout the medicinal properties of this stuff, though. You can do your own research, find that out yourself. Plus, I'm not the most well versed in it, so surely there's somebody that knows more than me. But I do know you can dry the leaves, you can make a tincture with them, and they are phenomenally good for you. I really feel like I should have like raked here before I did this, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on here today, since it's too wet to do really a damn thing else. Oh, there we go. All right, I didn't get as deep as I'd like, but again, with that wonderful West Tennessee clay, this is the root from that dandelion. You dehydrate that, grind it up, make you a tea. Good stuff. You can also save the flowers, and you can eat the flowers. Flowers are perfectly healthy as well. The leaves, like I said, the leaves are great too. But I'm mainly after the roots today. Save that stuff up, dehydrate it, get your little witch's kitchen started, man. I mean, those old hedge witches knew what the hell they were talking about. Let's not lie. But for anybody that's into bushcraft, wilderness survival, any of that stuff, these are common plants that you can find growing in just about every yard. And they're great to know. They're very useful. Research the usefulness of curlydock, dandelion. The onion grass is mostly just for flavoring. I'm sure it has some beneficial properties, but man, does it taste good, and that's really all I care about. So get you a dehydrator. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can even do it in the oven on a low setting. Just be careful you don't burn anything. Just dehydrate these things. Get you a spice grinder. You can get one for like 15 bucks at Walmart. Grind it up. The curlydock, leave the leaves whole, dehydrate them, stuff them into a jar, cover them with Everclear or vodka, if you prefer. I mean, Gen X is Everclear thing, I guess, but make you a tincture out of it, and you can take a couple spoonfuls of that. Really good for you. So, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, though, since I'm not really doing anything else because it is far too wet out here. So, anyways, hopefully y'all are still hanging in there. Hopefully nobody got too terribly affected by these storms that rolled through for the last week or so. But if you did, I'm sorry to hear about it, and I hope you're recovering well, and I hope it didn't do you too much damage. So, in the meantime, like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up. Let me know if you know anything about Curlydock that I didn't mention, because I know there's stuff out there that I don't know. You see, it's a known unknown. I know I don't know it. So there's probably also unknown unknowns, which is stuff I don't know that I don't know about it. But that's my 2 cents for today. Comment, subscribe, like, thumbs up. Leave me your feedback. Love talking to you guys. And we'll see you in the bush.